Hey, what's up, guys? If you're new here, my name is Erica from The In-Between, and today I'm going to be diving into the Ecom Genie training program by Stephen Mayer. If you're watching this video, I'm guessing you've been looking into different ways to make money online. Maybe you've heard about ecom automation in the past, and now you're wondering if Ecom Genie is legit or just another overhyped course. Well, today I'm going to be breaking down exactly what this business model is all about, how Ecom Genie claims to automate the whole process of running an e-commerce store, what you actually get when you sign up, and whether or not it's as easy and profitable as they say it is. I'll also share what I personally do to make passive income online, something I think is way more reliable and doesn't come with the same risks as the whole ecom model. And just a quick disclaimer here, guys, I'm not affiliated with Ecom Genie or Stephen Mayer in any way. This review is all based on my own research and experience about the program, and obviously what students have to say about the program online so that you can get the full picture. Now, with that said, let's dive right into it. So what exactly is Ecom Genie? Basically, it's an e-commerce automation service that helps people set up and run online stores on platforms like Amazon and Walmart. It was launched by Stephen Mayer back in 2022, and he works with different online business models like full-service Amazon stores, hybrid dropshipping on Amazon and Walmart, and Amazon wholesale FBA. The whole appeal here is that you don't have to do much of the day-to-day work. You throw in your capital, and Ecom Genie takes care of everything from sourcing products to managing the store. Then you just split the profits in return. Stephen Mayer himself started out as an Amazon FBA seller and then obviously pivoted to this done-for-you e-commerce service after his own success. However, it is worth noting that his old company ran into some serious issues when an account manager allegedly stole millions of dollars, which led to a bunch of lawsuits and unhappy clients. Now, as for what you actually get with Ecom Genie, they offer a bunch of automated services depending on how involved you want to be and just how much you're willing to invest. One big selling point is their use of AI tools like their AI product finder to help finding winning products, an AI store builder to help you set up your online store, and even AI generated product photos to optimize your listings. Their whole MO is basically to make the entire process as hands-off as possible. There's also a store buyback option. If you don't make your money back within that 18 months, they'll offer to buy the store back from you. And if you opt for a hybrid dropshipping option, they even promise $100,000 in sales within your first 10 months. So moving on to what people are actually saying about Ecom Genie, obviously if you check out their website, you'll see a bunch of positive testimonials about how people are making great money and how smooth everything runs. So on the surface, it definitely looks like things are running great for most people, but if you hop over to Trustpilot, things aren't as promising. They've got an average rating of 3.6 stars and a lot of reviews raise some red flags. Some students are saying that the positive reviews seem a bit too good to be true on their website, speaking of like they might be paid for by the program. There's also complaints about Ecom Genie focusing more on hyped up marketing than actually delivering real results. One person even thought that they were signing up for Amazon FBA automation, only to find out that Ecom Genie doesn't handle that at all, according to them. There are also a bunch of complaints about slow customer service and not being clear on what you're actually getting for your money. So a lot of students felt like they didn't get their money's worth, even with all the flashy testimonials on their website. It's definitely worth keeping these mixed reviews in mind before diving in too deep. Now, when it comes to pricing, Ecom Genie offers a few different options, all of which include their AI tools like the Winning Product Finder, AI product pages, and AI ads. The plans range from around $6 per week to $26 per month, with a yearly option at a discounted rate if you commit long term. They also offer a free 7-day trial across the board, and it really makes it easy to cancel anytime before that time runs out. So while the initial costs aren't extremely huge, you'll definitely want to consider how well these tools actually perform before diving in. They do throw out numbers like $11,000 to $20,000 a month in earnings, but honestly, those are just estimates, guys. You have to think about the running capital that's required to run the store beyond the training. Also, there's no guarantee that you're going to hit those numbers, and it really just depends on a lot of factors like competition and demand. So if you're new to e-commerce, the high upfront costs combined with the uncertainty of how much you'll actually make this feel like a pretty risky move. And speaking of, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about why dropshipping isn't as great as it sounds. Sure, on the surface, it seems like the perfect business model, no need for inventory, no warehouse, and you're really just connecting suppliers with customers, right? But in reality, it does have its fair share of issues. First of all, the profit margins are usually pretty slim, often around 10 to 20%, which means that you'll need to sell a ton of winning products just to make any decent money back. Managing inventory can also feel like a nightmare, especially when items run out of of stock or suppliers don't really deliver as promised. That turns into shipping delays and customer complaints. And as the middleman, you're the one stuck dealing with all of it. The competition is also extremely intense these days, especially on platforms like Amazon, where there are millions of sellers joining the space each day. Standing out in that crowd is extremely tough, and despite all the hype, only a small percentage of sellers actually reach those big numbers. So even if Ecom Genie claims to make dropshipping more manageable, you're still up against the same challenges like razor-thin margins, supply chain headaches, and a super competitive market. It's also worth mentioning that only 10% of dropshipping stores actually make it beyond that first year. So with all that being said, is Ecom Genie legit? I'd say it is, but it definitely doesn't come without its risks. As I said, Stephen Mayer and his team definitely know what they're doing with their own experience in hand, and if you got the money to invest, it might be worth checking out. But the high costs, mixed reviews, and Mayer's past controversies definitely make it a risky move. Now, if you're cool with all of that and still have the capital to invest, maybe give it a shot, but it's not for everybody. So switching gears to talk about something that I've been doing for a couple years now that doesn't come with nearly as many headaches as ecom or dropshipping. It's called the digital rental method, and a few years ago I built a simple website for a fencing repair service down in Colorado Springs. And even though I don't own a fencing repair company, I did know how to rank the website, and in only about 2 months it was ranking at the very top of Google, and it's stayed there ever since. Now, the great thing about this method is that it works for any local service in any niche in any zip code, like plumbing or roofing. Basically, what happens is when people search for that service, they land on my site first, call the number, and that call then gets forwarded to the local business. They get the work done, get paid, and I collect what's called a finder's fee, anywhere from $500 to $2,000 a month just for creating that website and getting leads. Now, the best part is that there's barely any competition because most of these local businesses don't know how to rank a website. You can replicate this across multiple niches and see the same exact results. And compared to dropshipping, where margins are extremely razor thin and you're constantly fighting for competition, the digital rental method is way more passive. Once your sites are ranked, they pretty much run on autopilot. Alright guys, that's it for my review of the Ecom Genie program by Stephen Mayer. If you're thinking about getting into dropshipping or ecom automation, definitely make sure to consider both the good and the bad before you dive in. But if you're looking for something much more passive and reliable, don't forget to check out the link in the description below. And as always, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for future content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.